Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to my first book video on my cozy channel, which is still kind of in the early stages of making stuff. So, this is going to be my first like official making of things. So I'm really excited, but I'm also going to be like trying my best here. But we're going to be talking Onyx Storm. This is mirrored. Onyx Storm. And we're going to be talking predictions. I'm going to be telling you my thoughts, and then we'll see what happens. The book literally comes out tomorrow night, and I am going to a small little event and gonna go live here in a little bit. So I am trying to incorporate live streaming on the internet. So if you want to come join and do like pre-book announcements and pre-book releases parties, I'm gonna be hosting online versions of it here and things like that. Also, I'm going to be sharing at the end of my predictions kind of like a mini Fourthwing haul. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I literally just finished Iron Flame because I've been going through the Throne of Glass series because I had gone through ACOTAR and a couple of other books, and I've just sort of been kind of transitioning from variety gaming to cozy gaming to books and just sort of sharing my journey along the way there. And so at my local bookstore, I got this really cool guide, which I have a picture of it on my Instagram and on my Blue Sky. So if you are a book talk girly or a book sky girly, that's a great place for all book stuff, honestly. But we're just going to go through each of the character lists on my predictions and my thoughts, and then see how accurate this becomes because, oh my gosh. Also, I had like a crazy iced coffee. So if I talk really fast, it's because I'm completely caffeinated, but I'm really excited. We all just sort of are recovering from a 24-hour, not even TikTok break. And so I'll be posting there and kind of everywhere. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. And I just figure we should have our own community outside of all of the social media noise. And so, yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay, Violet Soaringale. She is with Taryn and Andarna. Her signet is lightning, and it says briefly stop time, but that's more like Andarna. And I saw a little bit of like people's predictions vaguely, like my daughter and my sister think that she's going to get another signet, which it makes sense that she would. It made it pretty obvious in the book that she would. So I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see Andarna become a big girl based on the like these. This is like the cover that's coming. There's a bunch of different versions, and so we might do a giveaway for like the Target exclusive version. But I do think something Andarna, which she's my favorite. I love Andarna. I was listening to the dramatized series of it, and she's so funny. But yeah, I think I don't actually know what would go with lightning. Maybe it's a signet that doesn't even exist, which this is all spoilers. But since Andarna is a completely different type of dragon that is not even heard of, I think we're going to hear more about that, which is something that I'm like really excited for. Okay, Zayden Ryerson, Segale in the shadows. We also know that he has the second signet, and okay, Violet is going to go through an emotional roller coaster because she's going to have to decide between dragon stuff and love. And because of Zayden's situation, I just feel like it's like a weird Romeo Juliet moment because he thought she was going to die and she was, but then her mom and everything. So I actually think that they're going to break up. I think they're going to break up. I didn't want to think that, but like they're either going to break up or it's going to be some weird like if you remember from what's it called? Uh the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what it was. I was like Jack Sparrow. Parts of the Caribbean when they only get to see their partner every year for like a day. I feel like that's like a situation that, oh gosh, my PC is just updating, so that's good. I feel like that's going to be kind of the situation that's happening. I think that there's going to be some weird, like, he's not going to die, but I don't know if you can even recover from anything. Like, I don't understand venom very much. They're just like weird. They almost seem like, I keep wanting to say gremlin, but not gremlin, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it's like a weird creature who is just like magic. I am blanking so hard, but okay. So I think Xaden's going to go through a lot. I think he's going to suffer a lot of pain. I think he's going to go through an immense amount of physical pain, like immense. And I think he's going to just be in a torturous state. He's going to be the original tortured poet, honestly. So I feel like that's going to happen. Brennan, I hope we get more from Brennan, honestly. He's literally been gone for forever. He acted like he died, right? He pretend dead. And for 6 years, like what happened in those 6 years? Like I would like to know what happened. Maybe it's not that interesting, but I find myself gravitating towards the mystery of Brennan because he's such a smart guy and he knows a lot of information. And so I just think that would be really cool to see what happens. He is Marb and he's a mender, which I think I would either go mender or I would either farsightedness. I know that that's like, I don't know, not as popular of a thing because it's not like physical, but like I feel like some of these things are really interesting. So a mender is very helpful. It's very nice. Lilith Sorengale, Aimser, and a Power of Storms. So she's gone. Which I wish that mom had more time and had a moment, and maybe there'll be some sort of like back in time scene happening where you kind of get more flavor from that relationship, because I feel like obviously there's a lot to explore with their mom and now that she's just gone, but like my prediction is that there's gonna be more trickles of her in the book at some capacity, or maybe memories, or maybe they find something, because you're not supposed to save things when people die, but I think she has a lot of stuff saved actually, so we might actually find stuff from her. Nolan, we hate Nolan. My jaw dropped. So I hope like he either gets some sort of redeeming quality or he's just a full out baddie and he just dies. He's next on the death toll. Okay, Mira, I also love Mira. She can crush me literally any day. She gets extended words with Tane. And I hope we hear more. I love the sister vibes. Like her and Violet really are together on a lot of stuff, and they really are just sort of like bulldogs together. And I really love that for us, honestly. General Malgren, whatever. I mean, he could end up being just some sort of loser dude because of General Sorengale being gone. Also, I didn't realize her name was Lilith. My mind is blown there. Okay. Dane, Ados. Man, I really want to like this guy. I really hope I think he's going to have redeeming quality. Everyone's saying he's going to get with Kat, which my thoughts on that is that would be hilarious. Also, I don't think that would ever happen because Kat wants power so much and Dane doesn't really have any, but he does have a pretty insane signet, which is retrocognition. So if he touches your face, he can kind of see what your history and your past and stuff and just sort of like go through your thoughts and memories, which is crazy. His dragon is Kath, and I think he's either going to end up with another relationship with someone else, or he's going to be, I don't think he's going to be as annoying as in the Fourthwing. I think he's going to, I think he's going to be helpful, useful, and actually get closer to Violet than Xaden in some spots, because at the end of Iron Flame, he really kind of was like there for her in this way and just really went against his like straight edgeness, you know? So I hope we see more of Dane, even though he really like is. She does a good job of making him hard to want to be friends with, but then you know that he is a good friend, but then you're not sure. Yeah. Okay, Rhiannon with Fur a Fierge, and she's a summoner. I hope she doesn't go. The Waver one just dies. I hope she has a moment and we get to learn more about her, and maybe her and Violet end up doing something because she is a summoner. Liam. I think we're actually going to see more from Liam. I think something's going to happen, and Violet's going to need him again, and he's just going to kind of always be her like weird guardian angel without being a guardian angel in her mind. Like she's just going to always reach for him, which is really interesting because he really gave her the ick throughout Fourthwing and even beginning of Iron, like just, and then just like turned it around and realized that he was doing this for her, not just for Xaden. And I think it's so cool how his spirit has kind of carried over. And so I don't know. I hope that we see more of like more stuff from Liam, because that is really, it really brings the human part of loss and grief into the books. And I think a lot of people deal with that. And not that I'm saying I don't, but I have lost so many people and animals lately, actually. And Liam was like such a great segue. Is that the right term for that? But yeah, I hope we see more. Riddick, Ice Wielder, Atrum. I really hope that Sawyer survives because I like Riddick. Imogen, Glane, and wipe out recent memories and fast. I hope we get to know them more. I keep forgetting their names, and that's why I'm really glad I'm using my little guide, because I just really want to know them more. Quinn would love to know more astral projecting, so I don't understand what some of these signets are, and it would be cool to sort of get more of an idea of what they do. Jeremiah, unknown dragon, manifesting and reading minds, which is a no-no, and Jack Barlow, which we find out he is Venom, and his dragon is Bade, and he's a pain projection. So he's definitely going to be a main person in this. He's going to be Xaden's bestie in a weird way. And I really hate him. I really hate him. I don't like him at all. Never liked him. But it makes sense how he survived being killed under the mountain, because he's just like kind of almost immortal in this weird need for power and for magic, and just gross. Just like gross. It's gross. Professor Carr, Bruggen, and Fire. I would like to know more about Fire. The fire signet is interesting. But Professor Carr, I don't know about him. Like, honestly, after the dust has settled from the Wyverns and the Venom invasion, like I'm really excited to sort of dive into, especially when Rebecca Yarros had mentioned in an interview that she writes in a W form. So like it kind of goes up and down, up and down. So we're having a high point here, I think. So we'll see. We're just going to have to wait and see. I definitely am going to be doing my first read along chapter chats. So if you're interested in that, make sure you come hang out, because I'm definitely going to spend some time with this book. Bodhi, Sawyer has no leg. And who else am I missing? Yeah, I just definitely think, to wrap up the my predictions, I think it's going to go really bad. Onyx Storm, even the name, because Iron Flame was the key to the stone, and then the kind of the end of the book, you kind of need the iron flame. And so that's actually in the book. So Onyx Storm, Violet's signet is lightning, and a storm, like her mom was Storm. I'm not sure what Onyx Storm. Okay, so Onyx Storm, what do you guys think? If you know, I'm gonna try not to be spoiled, okay? But if you have a guess, I want to know your guesses and your predictions. You can definitely put them by name or whatever you want in the info section. I do read them. I do check them out. But I just it's gonna be bad. And the fact that this side of the book is Andarna in the Target exclusive. Let's see, Target special edition book. Yeah, look, okay. This is the Target exclusive. This is the one I want. I love Andarna so much. But like, you can't tell me that this isn't suspicious. That she is chilling at the top here. Like, what? It's just her. And when you go from like all of the dragons here from this like version to some of the dragons to this, what does that mean? I think Andarna is going to be a super special rare dragon. I think she's going to end up being extremely powerful, and I think she's going to have her and Violet are going to have their own thing together to get through, and there's going to be a disaster because she also killed a dragon and it has left a mark on her soul, and we don't know what that means exactly. So we're going to find out what that means. And Taryn is going to fight with Sigale because of the secrets that were kept, I think. But, I'm not sure. But that's my prediction. So if you're interested in my predictions and following along, I will be going back through and kind of doing that whole thing with it. So, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna switch it up here. So if you're still here for the video, thank you so much. As I just sort of word vomit everywhere, I did get a little haul, and I did get Christmas gifts, but we'll just go over the haul. So I've been doing stuff with my local bookstore. So if you haven't gotten in contact with your local bookstore, I definitely implore you. There's always so many cool events and merch and local custom things. And so this is one of them. It's like an embroidered, we actually made embroidery, but this is like legit. This is embroidered from a local artist who brought in a bunch for the launch party, which it's so cute. For context, we did a little sip and sew event. Not done yet, but we still have like some to do. And tell me that's not cute. I'm very excited to keep embroidering. So if you're interested in doing some craft stuff, maybe we should do some crafts on here too. I do lots of hobbies here. Then I got matching bookmarks for my sister and my daughter and I. Writer's Quadrant, so we're matching. And then this bookmark is really cool. Look how cool that is. Bookmark is really cool. I got a cute sticker, fly or die. And then there was one that was like, oh, that's my kind of violence. I was like, okay, Zayden. Okay. And then I bought the Book of Brennan. So, Book of Brennan. I'm a fan and I love this. What a fun journal idea. And then I also got, just dropping everything. I got my sister this green Basgiath. This is from Barnes and also out of print. It's green, which is like one of her favorite colors, and it's canvas, so she can put whatever she wants in this. And then I also got this little bookmark stationery thing from Barnes & Noble as well for my daughter. And I got the book, and I'm excited to see what comes out from Onyx Storm, honestly. It's going to be amazing. And stay tuned because I also post shorts and clips and little posts on Blue Sky. So if you want to follow along and meet some other friends, my goal is to create just a great community of just thinkers and fun book talk girlies, offline girlies, and friends. Honestly, everyone's invited to come hang out and talk about our favorite things and our favorite books. And, you know, this year is going to be really rough and it's going to be really great. So I think it's going to be what we make it and we stand up for and fight for. And one of those things is this. And, but yeah, stay tuned. I'm looking to do like a little giveaway for the launch of Onyx Storm. And I am really excited to read. Let me know if you're taking time off from work or anything to dedicate to reading. And or listening, because that's also coming out too. Either one is great. And thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Mav, and it's nice to meet you. Welcome back, and welcome if you're just new. I'm excited. I'm so excited.